Hello everyone, it's Della DuLac. Today we are going to do this beautiful trifold card with our beautiful DSP paper, and we're going to also do a fun little rock and roll technique to get some of this two-tone colors on one stamp. So let's jump right in. Right now with Stampin' Up, some of our DSP is 15% off for this month. So I'm focusing on some of our great DSP. One of my favorites is this peach. I love the peach. It also coordinates with Sweet as a Peach stamp set and the dies. Love these. Super fun. So for our paper that we've got here, I've already cut this down. It was 12 by 12. I have cut it so it is 5.5 by 12. And now we're going to do some scoring to get that trifold effect. Now this is right side up to you, but it is backwards to me. So if you have any paper that definitely has a right or a wrong orientation, so you don't want any of your images to be upside down. If it's a floral image, it probably doesn't matter so much, but I really wouldn't want my peaches to be upside down. So when you put it on your scoreboard, for you, you want these to be backwards. So for me, I'm seeing my paper backwards because this is going to be my front panel. So when I score this, I'm going to score here at 4 1/4, and you can score it at 8 1/2, but I'm actually going to come back a notch here, so it's 8 3/8, just to get a little bit better of a fold, and you'll see why when I fold this up. So I've done my score. I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to fold this panel first. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to make sure that my edges here are straight as I fold this. Get my bone folder, get a nice crease, and then I'm going to fold this one, and now you can see that my peaches are going to be right side up when I fold this front flap for my card. I'm going to make sure that these line up here on my edges. Get this bone folder. Okay, so now if I flip this over, you can see right here that this front flap is just ever so slightly longer than the fold. That's because I didn't want to have it competing. So if it was folded just ever so slightly shorter, you would kind of see that fold. I wanted to make sure this was nice and clean. So that is going to be my card base. And we're going to set that aside for just a minute, and I'm going to show you that fun little rock and roll technique. So I've already die cut with the little stitched dies. That's going to be on the front of my card. I'll show you my sample one more time. Oops. So I've got this here. We're going to do this fun little stamping. And then open it up, and then we've got another peach on the inside. Some of this beautiful pale papaya ribbon. I love this ribbon. I'll put this over here. I'm going to show you this one I've done with one of the flower background DSPs. You can do this on anything. I'll show you a couple other samples in a minute. Right now, let's do that rock and roll technique. So we've got some pale papaya and some Calypso Coral ink. We're going to open up our pale papaya and the Calypso Coral and get both of those open and ready to go. Now we've got our peach. I'm going to ink the whole thing in pale papaya. And then I'm going to rock all the way around just so it catches the edge of my peach stamp here. I did catch some of my blocks, so you definitely want to make sure that you have a tissue handy so you can wipe off the edges of your block so you don't catch that when you're stamping. So now I've got my peach, and I'm going to stamp just a couple of those on my little tag that I've cut out. And then I'm just going to get a little bit of that Calypso Coral off before I go back into my Pale Papaya. And I'm going to do that again, rock it around the edges here so I've got that darker color around. Wipe the corners off my block. And then stamp another peach. And then I'm going to stamp one on this piece that I'm going to put on the inside of my card. Again, just get a little bit of that Calypso off the edge. Ink that up, Pale Papaya, go around the edges with my Calypso Coral. And we'll put another peach up here. Now I didn't wipe the corner of my block. Oh good, but I didn't have that. Sometimes you can catch that little shadow when you're stamping. Okay, so let's close up these and we'll get our greens and we'll do our leaf. So now I have my leaf already and we're going to use some Pear Pizzazz. I love Pear Pizzazz and Garden Green together. I think those are a really great combination. Oldie but goodies. Okay, so this isn't round, so when we do this technique, we're actually not really going to roll it. We're going to ink up in the Pear Pizzazz, and then we're just going to kind of touch the edges on the, there you go. You can see a little bit of that two colors from the Garden Green. Again, I'm going to wipe off my edge here. And then we're going to line that stem up at the top with our peach. You can see that beautiful two-tone color on there. Get a little bit of that dark off. Ink that up again in the Pear Pizzazz. Touch some edges on for our Garden Green. Wipe off our corners. Here we go. And then line that up for our peach over here. Gorgeous. Love that. Do that one more time. Catch some of our edge here. Wipe our corner off. And now we can line up that one. Very cute. Okay, now we can close that one, and then before I close up my Garden Green, I'm going to get a greeting from this stamp set. We're going to use Sweet as a Peach, and we're going to ink that up in the Garden Green. And let's stamp that. I actually want this one right on my peach. That'd be cute. Let's do that one. I'll stamp that right here on top of this peach. Very cute. I kind of like that. Okay, close that before I stick my hand in there. Okay, so now we can start assembling a little bit here. So this one, we're going to open up. And we're going to put that on the inside middle panel. There we go. We'll put that right in here. And this is a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of cardstock that we've got for the inside. Okay. And then this one we're going to put on with some dimensionals. Just put some in the 4 corners and the middle. We'll put that on the front of our card. Very cute. We're going to step that up just a little bit more and add some beautiful pale papaya ribbon. We're going to put that right over here on the side. And a little tip when you're tying a ribbon or in a knot or in a bow, take a glue dot where you're going to make your little knot or a ribbon. Put that down there, and that's going to help hold the ribbon as you're tying it. Get that film off of there. So now I'm going to tie my knot, and I always like to tie opposites. So I usually go right over left, and then kind of straighten that out. Find my glue dot, kind of give that a little push where the glue dot is, and it'll help hold it as I finish tying my knot here. Grab the edge. There it is. And I always like to tie opposites, so now they go the same way. Kind of straighten those little edges out. And then you have a super cute little tie on the side there. You can take some scissors, give it a little trim. And there we go. Very cute. Love that. Open that up and still have some peach. And then you can also see both sides of this beautiful paper. Fun way to use up some of your DSP. I'm going to show you a couple other ones that I have here. This one I did with the hand-penned paper. So pretty, and again, you know me, I love, love, love these butterflies. You can make these in any color, of course, but I really love having some of these on hand in just the black, and you can just add a silhouette butterfly to just about anything. Then we open that up, and you've got another butterfly. Open that up again, and you have another butterfly, and your greeting or whatever you'd like to write in there. Beautiful. Here's one that I did, I think last year or the year before, with some of our older DSP and these super cute little ladybugs. Really cute. For this one, I added another panel and stamped another image and colored that with the blends, and then had a third one on the inside. So I used quite a bit and did a lot of coloring for this one, but it's so cute. So for these trifold cards, you can add as much or as little as you want to those. Very cute. A lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more videos and click that bell button. Give me a thumbs up. Thanks so much. Have a great day.